All right, over to you, Dipti.
Thank you. Welcome everybody to this session, How Life Lessons Make You Better Leader. And today we are joined by four remarkable women who have navigated the journeys with courage, resilience, and purpose. We have Akansha, we have Chaitali, we have Pritha Patak, and Sunita Sharma. Thank you, ladies, for accepting our invite and joining today for this session. And let's begin with quick introductions. I would like to start with Akansha. Please tell us what you currently do and do share a little bit about your journey so far.
I am basically a corporate counsel lawyer, corporate counsel for almost 15 years now, and always being part of the legal journey and work closely for with HR and the companies to make their policies and basically helping HR navigate some of the investigations and also a post trainer. So handled lots of sexual harassment cases at workplace, or maybe the harassment cases at workplace. And while working on this all together, I realized that there needs to be somebody to keep on training you or guide you in your journey, because out of the college you are new and it's all men still think managers has their own agenda to um, coach you accordingly for their own success. And it's not wrong, it's correct at the end, but I think somebody needs to be there to actually tell you how and what life is exactly beyond colleges in the corporate life. So started my own company called TC Samvad, where we try to coach and guide people on their career coaching things, mostly targeted to first or second years in their professional life. Pressure kind of a thing, not a leadership, because lots of people do lots of things for leadership, but I think this is the crowd which gets missed, and we need to help them too. And also very much cyber security into, so started a program for kids and especially for parents to understand how this cyber, how to understand or how to make your child understand that now they will live in two world called virtual world and real world. And in both the world, ethics matters. Even if you are not seen on, you might choose to have an alter ego, but yet you need to have that ethics things if you are living in virtual world too. So that is important, and just that's me in short, Akanksha, doing and trying to do this small things in my life.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for your introduction. Pritha, over to you.
Am I unmuted? Yes. Okay. Thank you. That was fantastic, Akanksha. I just want to first say that's amazing. And you have amazing foresight, especially with teaching children now cybersecurity, because you're right. Now your screen is your second parent almost, right? Or third parent. So that's fantastic that you're doing that. That shows insane vision, and I respect the heck out of that. So hi everyone, I am Pritha Pathak. I'm a software engineer, essentially. I started doing trainings on Herky for like a few months now, and I'm super excited about this. I also do trainings on Gen AI at work or other workshop type things. So super looking forward to Akanksha's sessions as well on Gen AI. So far, I have, I think, around 3,000 women registered in all of my comeback protocol. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm very proud that Avneet helped me along the way. I'm very, very like, I love Avneet. She opened this whole door for me, these opportunities, and I'm so glad for this Her Rising. What is this contest? Can I call it a contest? Let's call it a contest. Yeah. So this is super amazing, and it's something I'm really looking forward to participate in. What else about me? I also am a sculptor and painter. So that's about me.
Creative and tech. That's wonderful. Wonderful combination. That's so. Thank you so much, Pritha. Over to you, Sunita. Please tell us what you currently do and do share a little bit about your journey so far. I'll just pin you to the screen.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, hi everyone. It's really nice to see everyone here. I'm Sunita. I am a facilitator. I'm a trainer. I'm basically working as an emotional intelligence coach. That is my present role. I also work in a school as a teacher. I teach ISC students business management, and that is my part time job. Earlier, I was into a full time job, and I quitted that job to pursue my passion. My passion is like I'm having a YouTube channel. I make videos on relationships and emotional intelligence over there, and I'm targeting every like my target market, I would say, is every person, but not I don't have a niche exactly that I'm only helping out parents or students, because I have been working in this industry since past 16 years. So I know the struggles that people go through, the struggles that students go through, as well as the struggles that parents go through. So I never take sides of anyone, but I just try to communicate with them and try to make them understand that everybody, has their own set of problems. And we just need little bit of understanding to just sail through the sea nicely, easy way. So the caption of my Instagram is also Live Easy. On YouTube, I make videos as Live Easy, because I have seen this thing. I am not working in a corporate. I'm living a very basic life, but I'm living a successful life. That is what I believe. Because for everybody, success has different meanings. For me, success was having an easy life. I wanted to earn because I wanted to be financially, I didn't want to be financially dependent on anyone. That is why I wanted to earn. But at the same time, I wanted that I should be able to give time to my passion, to my children, to my family. That is also very important for me, because otherwise, who will do that? That is the question. I don't have any help. So I had to manage all those things, and I started learning by navigating through these difficult times. I quitted a very good job, but then I thought that financial independence is also very important. So by God's grace, I got a part-time job. So I'm doing that, as well as I'm following my dreams, all the things I'm doing, and I'm trying to make my life easy, and I'm giving people advice how to make their life easy. So
That's
that is my motive, how to live easy.
that's wonderful, and you proved that women are multitaskers. We can do anything. Thank you so much, Sunita, for sharing your story. Chetali, over to you.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm feeling a bit intimidated after hearing everybody's stories. I don't think whether mine is that great. I'm a senior director instructional design with a company called Impulses. It's based out of Bangalore, though I stay in Mumbai. I am lucky to have a remote job where I can work from home, pursue my passion of learning and development, but at the same time, be a part of the corporate circle. So yeah, I actually just came back from Bangalore last week, so I frequently travel there. So other than that, I've got almost like 23, 24 years of experience total. But out of that, 15 years is completely focused on e-learning. When I got into e-learning was not a thing. Instructional design, when people used to ask me, what do you do? And I used to say, okay, I'm an ID. People used to ask me, oh, you're an interior designer. So that was the definition of ID at that time. So I'm from that generation. But having said that, after having my kids, I took a 8-year sabbatical because I chose to step away from. My husband has a very high pressure job, and again, like as Sunita mentioned, I didn't have any help, so I was managing both my kids. Once my kids became old enough, my husband advised that you should start looking at getting back into your work again. So it was a tough entry back because usually when you have such a long break in between, it's very difficult to get a job from, because I had been a manager when I had left. And then getting back after such a long time, the learning and development landscape had also changed very drastically. But I'm thankful I joined before COVID, because I don't think if I had joined after that, I would have been able to cope up with all the changes that had happened during that time. But luckily I was there at the right time at the right place and joined back into it. So instructional design is something which I'm very passionate about. Learning and development. I've also been a teacher for 7 years. So that transition helped me to understand my target audience. So in school, I used to teach students, but here in corporate training, it's mostly adult learning. Other than that, I've got 2 beautiful children. My older one is the son. He is in grade 8 now. So we are now started thinking about what kind of co-curricular activities he should start thinking about for 10th and which way should he go, what clubs should he join, all of that. It's pretty daunting for me because first time I'm doing all of that. I enjoy my work. I have got a team working with me. Now I'm looking into strategy and solutioning for my company. So I've been here for more than 3.5 years, part of the senior leadership. So I'm enjoying my work at the same time. Trying to do other things. I'm also training in soft skills so that because end of the day, I want to leave the rat race and do something of my own. So doing the soft skills training with ICAB and it's going on. We are almost halfway through. So hopefully by next year, I should be having something of my own to start with. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, ladies. That's so like lovely to hear all your journeys. Like, what can I say? I resonated one story with you, Chaitali, one story of Sunita's I resonated. I was also a teacher, a software engineer, and had on a career break and then restarted. And as you mentioned, Chaitali, my office is also in Bangalore and I'm working from home in Mumbai. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your journeys. It's lovely to hear that. Now I would like to go with again with Akansha. At the start of your career, what one thing you wish you had known now that you have more experience?
Yeah, thank you. I think I should have known the journey that the company provides you. Like when I was starting up, and maybe for a legal, I was always thinking that in any corporate journey, the legal has a very limited scope, and maybe I don't have anything more to offer apart from legal. But I think as now I've come to this stage, I think that was a very wrong notation. And if somebody would have explained to me that with this knowledge or with this baseline, there are n number of teams you can part to, or you should start doing cross functioning, internship or some projects within the company itself, it will help you to get a better understanding of the company, as well as your career growth rate chances increases a bit. I think that is what we are not sure of. I'm sure even as a software engineers or like engineers who start off, they start off with a very core mindset that I want to be a developer, I want to be this only or that only, and we continue with that for maybe 5 years initially. And I think that's a prime area which we lose to understand what else we can actually give back, or how to upgrade ourselves, and it takes toll. That's what I think it could have been helpful. Thank you.
Absolutely true. Pritha, for you, I have, what is one pivotal experience in your life that has shaped you into the person you are today?
Okay, that's a very thought-provoking question, Deepti. What is one pivotal experience? Okay, so this happened very, very early in my career. This was my first job in IT during my college placement, right? Was I 100% prepared for it? I wasn't. But I went in anyway, and my interview is happening, right? And there are these 2 very tall, very well-built, intimidating looking men, right? And there is a little desk separating us, and there's a stack of papers on the desk, and there is a pen on the desk. So I'm, I'm in my 30s now. So this was back when we had to actually, write out the code. So the expectation was, they'd be giving me questions, and I'd be like, yeah, cool, I'll be writing it down. I was very nervous. So they asked me my first question. They asked me, Pritha, do you know what a palindrome is? So, right? It's a very common question. Even now, even in senior roles, they ask you. So what's a palindrome? And I'll just give a quick, idea. So a palindrome is a string of text, numbers, whatever, which when you read it left to right is the same as whatever it is, right to
Yes.
left, right? That's a palindrome. So I said yes. Then they asked me, Pritha, can you write a piece of code to detect, to identify a string as a palindrome or not? Do you know what I did? I said yes, and I looked at them. I didn't look at the paper. I didn't look at the pen. I looked at them. I said yes. That's it. And there was an awkward silence of like 5 seconds, because in an interview, 5 seconds feels like a long time. So they just looked at me, and I'm looking at them. And then one of the men, Krish, so fantastic gentleman. So he pushes the paper, like, one paper towards me, and then puts a pen on top of the paper. I'm not looking at it. Khalas, I have no answer. You ask me, can I? I say yes. And then they start laughing, like the audacity, they laugh at the audacity. And at that moment, I still don't know I have done anything wrong. But that taught me that beyond your technical questions, beyond your repertoire of tech skills, hard skills, whatever, what matters is the human connect. If you can connect with somebody, you have a foot in the door. And this is something that I have experienced over and over again. You need to connect with people. So soft skills, Chetali, Akanksha, so all of you teaching, learning, absolutely, teaching soft skills. This is something that I learned in that moment. And I am so glad that more, courses are being done. So that's my pivotal moment.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's really nice. Now over to you, Sunita. What's your tip for other women who wants to grow and make an impact in the chosen fields?
Okay, nice question. First of all, I would like to say that be sure of what you are choosing. Don't choose anything in anyone's pressure.
Absolutely.
That is very important. I chose to teach because I like to communicate. One Sorry, my son just came inside.
That's okay.
So it's like I just believe in one thing, that I like to communicate. Even I was teaching soft skills earlier, and I still do it freelancing. But earlier I was teaching in a school, and I was teaching students from grade 1 to 10, and to the admins and to the teachers. So I have come across every age group. What I believe is, to be successful, you need to, before that, I would like to say, before communicating, you should know the content, what you want to communicate. You should believe in that. If you don't believe, then you can't communicate. That is what I feel. And secondly, if you know what you are doing, then only you will be confident about it. So it is very important to do that. See, I have got many these kind of opportunities. I have rejected them. I thought she'll be asking the same question to everyone, so I was preparing for that first time.
You can answer the same question also, but seeing
Yeah.
your profile, I thought of asking this because
No, I actually want to answer that, ma'am. That in my first job, I was given the position of a director of a college,
wow.
and I rejected it. So you asked what mistake you did in like your first job. So that is what I did, and I rejected it because the pay scale was very, very low, and it was a private college. But now I think if I would have taken that, I would have gained that epitome, I would have gained that opportunity, that position, that designation. And because of my work, I could have gone ahead. Now my age is 42, and I am still into the teaching field. Otherwise, I would have gone to the upper level management, the top level management. I would have reached there. At least I would have, I got that chance, but I did not go for it because it included sales, which I think I am not made for sales.
True.
Because I like communicating, I like teaching, I like coaching, counseling. All these things are related to each other. I understand a person's behavior, I can counsel people. I keep on doing that. That is my genre. But if you tell me that there is a course which you need to sell, I would not like to do that because I don't like it, so I will not do it. That is what, because I'm a creative person, I'm a writer. I have written a book also.
Wow.
So I'm a poet. So sometimes, creative people, I think they are a little bit of moodies.
It's
I am
not
like,
easy
I
also
like,
to be a creative person, and writing poems is not easy. That's wonderful.
yeah, it's not easy when somebody tells you to write. If
Yes.
you tell me to write, I will not write. I will write when it is my book.
Wow, wonderful. Do share your books link in the chat, please. We would love to know.
Sure. I'll do that.
Thank you so much for sharing. Chaitali, what do you consider your biggest achievement as a working professional?
Biggest achievement. I still have to get it. I don't think I have achieved. I don't think, because for me it's miles to go before I sleep. So
Wow.
I have achieved a lot of awards and all of that, but I still believe I have a lot more to do. But Sunita, coming to you, sales is also a very creative thing, because I also was very reluctant to get into sales. But right now, I somehow got into it because of my kind of role that I do. And you know what I do is storytelling. I don't sell. When I connect with my clients, I never sell my product. I never sell that, okay, this is what we are selling. I tell them a story. And that story is totally bound upon what they do. So the story is created around their context, which helps me connect with the client. And the client then feels, oh, this is exactly what I am supposed to, I need. And that's when the connection happens. And from then you get into the sales pitch. I never do sales pitch otherwise. Directly, like, go, okay, we have this product and I want you to buy this. Never. It is always that, this happened and this came around. And so we did this. And there is a story behind every moment of your life has a story. That's my belief. And take that moment and you create your story. Sales is the easiest thing to do, actually. Today I'm telling you this. If you asked me 10 years back, I would not have said, because I hate, going and telling, oh, if you buy this, I am selling. I cannot do that. But now, as I have grown, maybe older, I am 53. So since everybody was disclosing their age, so I have realized, actually, to sell, you need what I think Preetha said, no, right? That build that human connect. It's very important. They see you as a person rather than a sale. That is why salespeople fail, because they are not able to build that connection. And the moment you build that connection, they always, my salespeople tell me, Chaitali, how are you able to convince our clients when we have spent 3 meetings before that and they were not convinced? How did you come into one meeting and convince them? I tell them the same thing, that I just made a connect with them. I understood what they wanted, then built my story around it. So that when they hear it, they don't feel that I'm pitching. They feel that, oh yes, this is actually what happened. What is the challenge that I faced? So sales is also storytelling. Creative. Be as creative as you can. But you have to be passionate about what you do. That is, I think, more important. Whether you are selling an iPhone or you are selling a product, you are selling even when you're doing soft skills, right? Somewhere though you need to go and sell your skills. Then only people will come to you for your training. So we all are sales people. I am selling my son, please do this. Please take up mathematics as a subject, because it is going to be very interesting for you. I am selling my husband, okay, this food is not good, but please still eat it. So every day we are selling something. We just need to become a part of it.
And more than that, I have learned that in any corporate you go, you might be a CEO and all, but the king is always the person.
Yes.
The person who earns the bread is the one who gets it. and
Exactly.
gets the most. So I think, it is important. We underestimate sales a lot.
Yes.
There's a notion when we start during our careers, but it is ultimately a life-saving hack that some or the other point everybody needs to know how to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Correct.
And we
So
women
just to
are
answer your question, I did win the CEO award of the for the company
Wow.
last year for
Wow.
my performance in the company. So that's an award which I won, but I don't think I achieved what I wanted to. Maybe someday. Very high benchmark I will have.
That's wonderful, wonderful, ladies. Thank you so much for sharing your story and coming out and sharing your experiences. I have one last question for you all, and it's a common question. It's not like for somebody this, that. How do you balance work and life, and what has
Oh.
helped you in the most in doing so? It'll
I
help me.
can go first.
Yes,
I can go first on this. See, I don't believe work life balance means a 9 to 5 job, because especially in today's world, there is no concept of a 9 to 5. Even government people also don't have it right now. Banks, nobody has it. For me, work life balance is it is what allows me to do my work as well as balance my personal life needs in it. If I have to go to my son's school, or I need to go to the bank, or I need to take some time off to, even go to the parlor, forget about anything else. We women need to also take care of ourselves, right? Pamper ourselves a bit. Any job which allows me to take that time is what is work life balance for me. So I do this with my team also. I tell them you have to put in 9 hours of work, which is the requirement in the company. You sit at 7 o'clock in the morning, you log in, you work till whenever you can, then you take the break wherever you have to go, you finish. Because see, school work or bank jobs, it cannot happen after 7, because obviously it has to be done during work days, during work time. So making sure that it's a safe space for my team to take that time off. You put in your 9 hours. I am not bothered whether you are from 9 to 5 or you are from 7 to 7 in the evening. I'm okay with that. You do your work, and that is how I'm going to support you as a manager. That is how I can support you, by giving you that freedom to line up your work along with it. But please make sure that your office work does not get impacted. You have to be accountable for that. So when you start holding people accountable for something, they start stepping up. And I think that is work life balance. There is no longer a time work life balance, rather making time for your work and your life together. That is the balance which I feel. Yeah.
Yes, Avni, you want to share something?
I'm really overwhelmed with Chetali's answer. I'm like, it is so well put, I would say. So thank you so much, Chetali. I mean, like, this is something everybody, each one of us who are working here wants to hear this. So thank you. Okay, come on, ladies, share your views as well. Chetali, we will get in touch with you for a little more offerings we have for you. Yeah. So, as in, let's talk more about sales. Yeah. Okay. Who wants to go next? Sunita, Akansha, Pritha, who's going next?
Yeah.
Work-life balance. Yes, Pritha, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So about work-life balance, I would like to share one of the most recent incidents that happened in my life. And after that only, this incident actually encouraged me to come for this meeting, for this talking that we are doing right now, that how your life experiences shape you. And I guess if you would have known me personally, you could have quoted me as an example here if I was not a member here. Because last year I was admitted to the hospital in December because of stress, and that was work stress. And for 3 days I was there last week of December. Doctor said that there is so much pressure in your brain that, why is it happening to you? So I had taken so much work pressure because, see, I had not worked full time after my marriage. It's been 17 years I'm married, and after that I had not worked. full time. I was just doing freelancing things. I was doing some kind of spoken English courses online, or maybe taking home tuition, summer camps like this. But I was not into the mainstream work arena. So I didn't know how to handle that. So I got into this job. I was teaching these students of 12th standard who were having their board exams. So there was a lot of pressure on me. And then they gave me a responsibility where I was the coordinator of some enterprising event in the school. And it was so overwhelming because all the students from grade 1 to 12 were under me, all the teachers. And I had to, because tomorrow is 15th August and it started with 15th August last year, we had to put up a show on 15th August and I was the in charge. And both my kids were down with fever. And I still remember that, today only I just made this video that the designation doesn't make you a leader, it just makes you the boss. To become the leader, you should have humility, you should be considerate towards your subordinates, you should empathize with them. And you can do today. I know that if in future I'll be a superior to somebody, I will definitely be a good superior because I have gone through all these things. I know how does it feel, how overwhelming it is because you have to take care of the kids who are down with fever. And there was some chart paper which was not done appropriately, it was rejected. And till 3 a.m., I was making it at home. There was power cut in my building, and my husband was holding my mobile phone. And in that light, I made that chart paper, like 4 chart papers I had to join and make a backdrop of this thing. And in the morning, 7 a.m., I reached there and it was rainy season. So we wrapped it in polythenes and so that it doesn't get wet. And I went. And the most disrespectful thing in that was that the superior didn't mind to say thank you, it was a good job. The just day before the day she said take it at your home, complete it and bring it tomorrow, I don't know how you are going to do it, I'm least bothered. And the other day when I came to school and everything was put up there and they came there, all the superiors, they clicked pictures, everything was in the newspaper, everywhere, social media, such a beautiful event has been put up, but my name was nowhere. They didn't even click a picture with me. They didn't even bother to stop and say, thank you, Sunita, this was a good job done. Are you okay? So that is what I want to say, that your, life lessons, this was a life lesson for me, that take up the responsibility and give it to others also. Don't take everything on yourself, first of all. Learn to delegate. I had a team, but these people were very smart. So they said, okay, you will do it. No. So, okay, we are going. So I took it on me because I thought, no, it's my responsibility. No, because I am the leader of the group. I'm the coordinator. So it is my responsibility. But then I had a home to see. I had kids to see. And so many things happened. So now I understand that I want to work, but I will work on my, according to my time. I will do the work which is important for me. Now I'm in a position today to choose. And when I quit the job, I left that job after 8-9 months. I left the job. I was sitting at home for 15 days. I didn't apply anywhere. And by God's grace, I got this opportunity from Hiranandani. They called me up and they said, we have an opportunity. We got a recommendation of your name from one of our coordinators that you are a very good facilitator. Would you like to join us? I said, yes, but I will work according to my time. So this thing, I'm getting goosebumps while I'm saying this. This thing reminded me of that dialogue कि तुम काबिल बनो, कामयाबी तो झक मार के तुम्हारे पीछे आती है. You don't have to run behind people. If you are good at your work, work will come to you. That happened with me. Today I'm working, I'm earning more than what I was earning earlier. And I'm also getting time to follow my passion. My kid is around me. Earlier he used to stay in daycare. So things are going good and I'm happy like that.
Wow, that's wonderful. Avneet, you would like to add something? And we resonate with you, Sunita. I tell you, me and Avneet, we completely resonate with the story which you were just sharing your experiences. I completely get that.
The very reason I switched on my
Started,
camera here.
yeah,
That's
we
the
both
very
are
reason I switched
started.
on my camera, Dipti.
Started 16 after 16 years of gap. Avneet started. I was a campus-placed software engineer, took a career break, and restarted with Herky. So yes, we completely resonate with your story.
Thank you. Thank you.
So kudos to you, first of all, Sunita. I mean, like that's a wonderful story, and those who want to learn, there is a lot in your story to learn from.
Absolutely.
Then
So
आखिर में
thank you so
सबको
much
speak
for
हो
being
जाता है.
very candid, very open to share this with us. And as I heard Chatali's, I had a offering for her to do sales. I would want you to do a session only on your story
Yes,
on the Herky platform. We
absolutely.
want
We will motivate a lot of our
learn.
community members.
Yes. At times speaking for your own self is very, very important. And that is what you did. And I completely get you when you say that, a thank you was not there. At times, there is no, you don't need a big flare up or shout out. A small thank you works at best. So thank
Exactly.
you. You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All
thank
right.
you.
I learned it a very hard way, actually. Since my school days, I had a fear of authority because I was very scared of my teachers. So till now, till my last job, I was scared of everyone who was in a superior position. I used to fear them that, okay, what will happen? How do I go to them? How do I speak? But then I realized that if you're good at your work, so your work will speak for you, and you don't need to be scared, or you don't need to be fearful, and you don't need to be anxious of anything. So I have, I was so proud of myself that I came out of that with resilience, with more resilience. And now I am teaching people the same thing, and one thing, just parents keep on saying this to their parents: ऐसा मत करो, गिर जाओगे, don't do this thing, ऐसा हो जाएगा, don't trust strangers, heartbreak हो जाएगा. But I seriously want, once again, I seriously want that, let them do that. Because
करोगे नहीं तो सीखोगे कैसे?
you will not learn. किसी के कहने से you can't learn. You have to,
Completely.
fall. जब तक खुद को ही चोट नहीं लगेगी ना, you will not learn कि दर्द क्या होता है. किसी के कहने से हम लोग नहीं बोल सकते. We can just tell, okay, labor pain ऐसा होता है, but the other person cannot feel it until and unless they go through it. And it is very important to get hurt. गिरो, फिर उठो. That is very important. सिर्फ
It's a secret.
उड़ा नहीं सकते हम लोग बच्चों को. So this is what I tell to parents also, whom I counsel, to students also. I tell them, okay, make a girlfriend if you think तुमसे बन सकती है, बना के दिखाओ.
That's a good lesson. That girna ठीक है. It's okay to fall, but then are you getting up from that fall? That is what will prove.
True, Sunita.
It's all right, Sunita. He can be in the frame.
Yeah, exactly. My son is sitting behind me only. Don't worry.
He's actually bringing
part
different
of
chocolate from the fridge.
That's the time we are negotiating. Can we take that? All right, let's hear it from Pritha. Pritha, what do you have to say?
This was about work-life balance, yeah? First of all, I'd like to say these are fantastic points from Chetali, from Sunita. Putting your foot down, putting yourself first. And that's you advocating for you. Obviously, that's step one. And Chetali, now that she's in a position of power, she lets others advocate for themselves. She also enables and empowers everyone to take the breaks they need to be the architects of their own routine. Everyone has the same amount of time. But to architect, time management is such a, overused word, sure. Time management is so important, but architecting your routine, I feel like, it gives it that oomph. Yeah, okay, I am in a position of power over my time, over the tasks that I say yes to. So when it comes to saying yes, before I would take all the meetings, ad hoc calls, whoever calls, I'll make a face, but I'll take the call. Now I'm like, if there is no agenda, I'm not accepting that meeting. That's a boundary I set. So boundary setting, knowing what I'm okay with, what I can do if I push myself a little bit, and what is absolutely a no-no. That is something I think helps with work-life balance. It helps with me architecting my day, architecting my time. Like I said, my non-negotiables are set in stone. I don't want to do it. I will tell you why I cannot or will not, and that's it. Then another thing, Sunita, I love your story. Absolutely love your story, but my experience is a little bit different. When you say, do your work and it will speak for you, in my corporate experience, that's not how it works, unfortunately. You have to self-advocate. You have to build visibility. No one is doing that for you. So I am very strategic about the projects. I am strategic about how much of the project I'm going to be, taking up, and how much of it I delegate. Delegation is not just for the sake of delegation, so it's off my hands. It is my duty now to make sure that whoever it is going to next is empowered and they feel confident in doing the task. So it's about creating redundancies so that if something happens to me, or if my something happens in the day, let's say my bank calls and they're like, yeah, Pratap, you don't have money anymore, and I have to I have to make a bank run. I know that things aren't going to fall apart. I know I have created a buffer for myself, my project, my team, so that things don't fall apart if we're not minute to minute. So what I will say is boundaries. Figure out your boundaries, soft boundaries and hard boundaries. Know what your non-negotiables are. Figure out your team. And if you are not in a position of authority, it's still you. You're managing yourself. The way I see myself, I am my team, right? In many ways, because I have many skills. I wear many hats. So I will make sure that I have space to breathe and do things that make me happy, or I feel have business value in the grand scheme of things for myself. I am the business, right? I am the business. I have to, create wealth. I have to create improvement, all of that. So yeah, that's it. I think it is a combination of what everyone has said, that's like with a different flavor. Does that help you?
Yeah.
Do you think that makes sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
We have to self-advocate also about our work, and we have to prioritize also, like how Sunita said, where to like step down or where to step up. Completely agree with with all of yours. Thank you so much, Pratap, for sharing. Akansha, now over to you.
After all this, I really agree to lots of all the points everybody was saying. But from my experience, and I have recently started doing this from last year, I always had a very good bosses and managers who actually empowered me. Touch wood. And the only and the only thing that they expected me to tell them was tomorrow escalation will come, or in 1 hour escalation will come, or there was something that went wrong from my hand, now you handle. And that was the only expectations, otherwise fully empowered with whatever it is. But I guess this fully empowered thing also pressurized, like, because I was empowered, I need to be perfect, kind of, and it started taking toll. And then kids growing, pregnancy, and always want to achieve, kind of self-imposing that I want to meet the target in my life and all. I started questioning myself, what is my definition of life, or what is work life? And then I realized that even if I'm home, I am work life only, because it's not like I'm not just doing office work. I'm constantly, while going from my office to my home, I'm thinking about what is for the dinner, what is to the cook, what should I be doing, what if the cook doesn't come, what is the plan, what is for tomorrow's breakfast. So the homework also is not going out of my head, and therefore I had forgotten what the life was, because there's always to-do list, at least at home or at my office, and there was no life. It was work life everywhere. So I started defining work life, and now without any guilt, I make sure that 1 hour before coming to office, I do something very, very stupid, like even watching a series. I watch an episode of some series which I like, and I then come to office, even if I'm late. I'm fine if I'm coming late to office. I make sure that I eat my breakfast the way I want and what breakfast I want, not the diet one, nothing, nothing, nothing. That's what I want. And that's maybe after a heavy breakfast, whole day I'll diet. But that's the time that the breakfast, TV, or even, just talking to my plants or anything that 1 hour, I am not compromising. And that is life. And that I'm not compromising for anyone, not for my family also, not for my office also, and nothing. I think if we try to learn what is my life and what I need to enjoy in my life, so start defining what is life to you and see to it that you are living that life at least for few minutes in your busy schedule. That should make you at least give you a fuel to run by for many days to go. I am sure this will also be a monotony after some time. So I'll figure out later than what happens.
Kansha, it's like you're speaking for us, like me and Avneet. We were like, you're talking our stories. That's real. Well said, Akansha. Like, just absorbing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
reason, no, the whole time me and Dipti were laughing as if it felt like, somebody is speaking on our behalf.
Oh, man.
Amazing, ladies, amazing. You added so much light to this day by speaking all this, sharing all these points with us. And I'm like we are in different profiles, we are working on different things together, but when we narrow down, there are some few common things we have, all of us. Yeah. So thank you for teaching few ways where you inspire us to make things differently, to do things differently. Thank you. Akansha, for me, that time is my tea time in the morning, my first.
Chaitali is saying yes.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
telling you, this is so important. During holidays also, usually everybody gets up around 8:30 because the other days we are all rushing around, right? But I get up at 7:30. That half an hour, the whole house is sleeping. I enjoy my newspaper and my cup of tea before the whole house
Chaos
wakes.
starts.
And
Before the chaos.
Yeah. No matter how late I've gone to bed, 7:30 I make sure I'm up because that half an hour is mine. I sit on my balcony and just have the tea and that newspaper. Nothing else. Please don't come even talk to me also during that time.
I completely hear you,
So
Chaitali. I
important.
completely hear you. It is just me, my plants, and my
Yes.
cup of tea.
So true.
Thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you so much. Over to you, Dipti. Please wrap it up.
I was just about to say that only. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your such honest and inspiring stories. Thank you so much, ladies. And we are truly grateful to have you today and you sharing your journeys with us today. And we would like to see more of you on Herky platform. Don't you agree, Avneet?
Ladies, you have shared such
Yes.
amazing insights here. Of course, we would love to hear these stories for our community members. Believe us, me and Dipti, as she already told you, that we are restarters. Also to point, Pritha is also a restarter who had taken a break and has restarted and touching the heights again. Yeah. So, let's make it, more for the community, those who need it. We have a lot of restarters, risers, starters with us who need this nudge.
And
Right?
everybody has
So-
their own unique story and it should be shared with the community on this platform. And one more thing, we would like to have a pic of all our pairs. If we can everybody pose.
Vinila, why don't you also please switch on your
Yes,
camera?
Vinila.
Oh, she laughed.
I
She
was
knew that
lovely
somebody will ask her to
conversation.
switch on the camera.
Thank you so much, ladies. It was really lovely conversation we had today. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'll be sharing this with you all. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And also,
Inviting us.
ladies,
Thank
yes,
you.
this recording will be linked on your profile. So we will be having, all of you will be having this conversation with
Yes.
you.
Oh,
Feel
nice.
free to share this with your network and inspire others.